What's up, Alphas? I'm back. La Alpha is back. It's your boy Zell May, and I'm here with my co-host, the legend himself.
Unico Williams, man. I'm so happy to have you back. Oh man. Oh, I didn't know. Man, the fans was getting worried. They were asking about where's Zell May at. I'm trying to, you know me, it's hard for me to keep my mouth shut. I said he working on something big for y'all.
Yeah, man, we out here.
Welcome back, man. We happy to have you back, boy.
Yeah, man, we got the fire behind us, cause we got that fire. You know what I'm saying? We can move it, man. We just out here grinding.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, it feel good to be back. By the way, we got some news updates. Joe, his show will be on Friday still, right? Thursday on.
We still gonna give you some Friday.
Yeah, but it's gonna be cut up more. Monday we will start doing this, Keep It 99, where we talk about comic books, anime, all that purpose. And What's New 99 will start being back next week. They will be interchangeable. Tuesday I will do my own thing where I do my little speech. I know people like that, and they like the soul voice thing going over life, where I just yell about people being stupid. Thursday.
Wait, hold on, don't get to Thursday yet. Mind you, please follow Zell May on Twitter. That's all y'all need to know. If y'all want to know what's about to happen, make sure y'all follow my man Zell May, the Alpha, if you will. Please follow him on Twitter.
Yeah,
it's some nuggets in there, and it's also some it's some gatherings going on.
Yeah, man. Link
getting gathered up.
Link is in the description. So we also follow us. Follow
Absolutely.
Joe. Joe will show you everything he got, man. We're gonna put it up. By the way, we got a website coming. Thursday,
Yeah.
I will be doing stuff. Most of that will start next week though, because this episode is supposed to be on Monday, but it's out Tuesday. I just got in from Texas, so we're a little late. But next week, the schedule start. But like I said, the overall 99 website will be open out soon. I will tell y'all more about it. 99 Media, I got to revamp the whole thing and do everything. So we're going to take care of all that. So on there, we'll have blog posts where we talk about cultural things, because we might not do the video that day, but you might hear Joe's opinion on his page or my opinion on my page, where you can just go and talk and a little quick paragraph or so. You can go in and learn latest news or whatnot. So we're going to try to be more professional to get into the media a little more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, cause you ready for this?
Man, let's get back to it. I ain't had the energy in a minute. Look at that big old smile you got on, man. Come on, let's get to it, boy. We missed you, boy.
Let's
We missed
go.
you.
But first, we all see the title, WandaVision, MCU. Where do we go from here? What you like about the show? Blah, blah, blah. First, since we ain't talked about it, I ain't been around a while. I ain't been around almost 3-4 weeks. I'm going to let Joe start. Unico been carrying the show, so he carried this. What's your thoughts on the show? Let me know.
So, this is why Marvel Comics Universe, let me call it by the middle name. Put the middle name. Marvel Comics Universe, MCU, for those that need to know, that you just don't get it. This is why they are ahead of DC. And you know, for those that watched the Spider-Vision episode that I had a couple of days ago, we know how I feel about DC. DC has it to where the stories are there. It's about how do you put them together. Marvel does it, but not only do they do it, they put it together in such a way like it's unconventional. Y'all made me watch an episode of Malcolm in the Middle. Y'all made me watch an episode of the Dick Van Dyke Show. Like, and you don't even realize you're doing that. Yeah. And they were able to build such a story. Like, the storytelling in the Marvel Comics universe, that's right, call it by its whole name. They are spot on, because if you're not big into storytelling and things like that, you would have gave up after the first episode. Why is the Scarlet Witch and Vision living like this? Why is she seeking the approval of the random blonde haired lady in the community with the one black chick? Because we all know they was pretty accurate when it comes to that show. They was very accurate. Sorry, spoiler alerts. Y'all know that. Y'all should have watched it.
This is a recap of the whole season. So if you watched this,
okay,
this is your fault. So
so this is that's where I'm at with this. Like, they were able to take this concept. I think Arrested Development was one of the shows they kind of referenced. Yeah. I mean, Malcolm in the Middle, like,
and they explain why in episode 8.
So and they explained, and they gave us. This was amazing, and it has to. And you have to find a level of love in this from being a fan of storytelling, because that's what Marvel Comics universe does, and they do it well. And that's why I say DC, y'all have all the story elements. Now tell the story. That's what WandaVision was great. It was great. I wouldn't say it's the greatest thing ever, but it's the best tie-in to whatever they're trying to do. If this is the Marvel Comics universe,
if they keep this up, Disney Plus gonna just keep booming.
Find a fringe. Shout out to the homies that let me get that Disney Plus so I can watch this. Yo,
they let you put your names on it, bro. They say, hey, how many y'all can have a certain amount of people on here, so it's all good.
I almost made my own profile on it, but you know that would have been messy. But look, what I'm trying to say is this: they can give us super duper fringe characters and somehow tie it into this whole Thanos verse that we got going on. I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm loving it.
Shout out to them. By the way, for the people complaining about Monica Rambeau being a sidekick, she's not a sidekick because she doesn't even know who she doesn't even know who Wanda is. To be a sidekick, you was literally a buddy. She was trying to save Wanda the whole show, and all she was really there for was to give her origin story. So when Secret Invasion come up and she the star of Secret Invasion, you know why she got her power, and they don't have to explain it later on. That's all that was. So it's not a sidekick.
I noticed her eyes were glowing. Can you explain that to the fans? Because, aka me, because I didn't understand what powers she had. I thought she was a regular human.
Monica Rambeau is the original Captain. Well, the original female Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is a male. Carol Danvers was Miss Marvel.
Okay.
That later became Captain Marvel after Monica Rambeau said she didn't want to be it, and she became Spectrum. And the leader of the Avengers, by the way, in the comic books, and that was in like the 90s. She was the leader of the Avengers. So yeah, and she's probably one of the strongest people in Marvel, because when she learned how to use her power, let's just put it like this: Wanda is OP and the most OP character in the whole story. If Monica Rambeau, when she learned how to use her power, whoever decides to fight hard first win. That's how strong she is. Now, like I said, if the Scarlet Witch decide, hey, I'm finna get rid of you, ain't nothing Monica can do because it's gonna be too late. But if she hesitate, and Monica, let's go over her powers for Spectrum or Photon, whichever name she want to be. She is energy. That's why you see her eyes turn blue. That's why you see her eyes turn purple. That's why you see her eyes turn yellow. And let me, and for the people in the show that didn't notice, her power turned blue when Wanda attacked her, right? When her power turned yellow.
Come on, Easter egg. Come on, Easter eggs.
Yeah, her power turned yellow after watching Vision fight, because you know Vision power yellow. And you know how Vision fades through stuff?
Yeah.
You know that she fades through the bullets? Basically, her power is to see energy. That's why when she first came to the thing, she saw energy and saw the electricity flowing.
Yeah.
Her power is to see energy and copy it. Therefore, if she see light, she becomes light. Meaning when she saw the bullet pass by, she slowed down and saw the bullet as it passed. She's fast as the speed of light. She can reflect light and become a different person. Well, not become a different person, but looks to you, because you know your eyes use the light to see. She can use the light and bend it so she can be someone else. She basically can use whatever energy she understands and can use it against you. Meaning that's why she's akin. Comics Explain got a whole video about Spectrum. I just want to shout out my man Comics Explain. Yeah, that dude been doing this for 12 years on YouTube. He got a video that came out 2 years ago. Monica Rambeau, too powerful for MCU. And it explains all that. So that's her powers. It's insane. She's ridiculously strong. They just introduced one of the strongest characters. And she might not be the strongest because in the next movie, they're going to introduce another black woman. Let's just put it like this. The other black woman, Miss America, kicks stars, bro. In the comic book, she kicks stars, plays soccer with stars, my guy. She's going to be in Doctor Strange too, by the way. Shout out to Miss America. So, and Wanda gonna be in that too.
After
so,
the credits?
What's that?
Did I miss something after the credits of the final episode?
Did you see when the scrolls came in?
I think I missed something. Maybe I stopped it after Wanda and her family walked away.
Yeah, you missed the whole end part. Basically, Monica Rambeau came in. They said somebody want to talk to you. The scroll came out, changed to a scroll, and said he wants to meet with you. And he's up, and she's like, where? Up there, meaning she's gonna meet Nick Fury. Scrolls hint at Secret Invasion. Monica Rambeau will probably be the star of Secret Invasion and part of Captain Marvel too. So you'll see her in that. And then at the end, Wanda is doing what Doctor Strange does when she's astral projecting and reading the dark hole. And then she heard Billy yell, "Mom, help me," which is gonna lead to Doctor Strange too. So they leading into other shows, basically.
This is a real universe.
Yeah, I
love it. I love it. This is a real universe. I love it.
Yeah, so you're gonna get that. You're gonna get Miss America. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get Miss Marvel's coming. The Indian girl, I think she's Indian or Hispanic. I don't wanna say that wrong, so I'm gonna look it up and tell y'all that on, but
Be careful. Don't end up like me. Just say the right thing.
Yeah, man. I'm just out here. They got different characters for this too, because they getting very cultural and stuff like that. I'm hoping Blue Marvel show up soon, because my guy Adam Brochet is a monster. He another black man too, by the way. Shout out to that. It don't matter, but I'm glad cultural diversity is in these shows, and it's not just replacing Superman with a black man. It's actual characters that they build up. So I'm happy about that because DC want to send the, like, we only build up Superman and Batman. But yeah, Adam Brochet. Let me tell you about Adam Brochet.
Go ahead.
The Hulk got mad at Adam Brochet, right? Ran at him, uppercut the Hulk, knocked him clean out. The comic book Hulk, not the MCU. We talking about the comic book, the real one. That's how strong he is. So we got 3 characters. I don't know if he gonna come, but I know we got Miss America and Monica Rambeau. They monsters. And then we going into another realm of power that Iron Man, Captain America, they're like, we had to get rid of y'all. Y'all ain't on this. Wanda can warp reality, my guy. Sure. What you say?
I'm gonna miss Tony Stark for sure. Can I ask you though, really briefly, where are the X-Men?
Oh yeah, that's the question everybody wanted to know.
Where are the X-Men?
That made people mad,
need to
boy.
Know. And it's okay. And you know, I'm actually okay with this. If the world has done this to Pepe Le Pew, if they've done this to him, it's fine if you want to call it the X people. I don't care. Where are they? Where are they?
Hey, women out here. Hey, women. Hey, women, brother. Hey, women. Hey, women, my brother.
Give me the show. Give me the tie-in. Wolverine has showed up with Spider-Man on millions of occasions.
They saying
there's been many crossovers.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna get some of them soon because WandaVision was supposed to be 4th.
Wanda is 100% out of X-Men. Like, that's canon.
Yeah.
Where's Magneto? That's her daddy.
Well, technically, they didn't portray that. It's a universe where he's not her dad, so they could go with that. Even though she a Nexus being, they retconned it. He's not really the father. They can play with that because they didn't own Magneto, so they probably just wanted to get rid of that so they could say it in the MCU because they didn't own it yet. And then it's like too late. Like it'd be very weird if he just shut up.
We need Eric. We need the Malcolm X of mutants. We need him. We need him.
But yeah, Basically, what's going on with that is I'm hearing that mutants are in pre-production, meaning they are storyboarding right now. Well, not pre-production. That's wrong. They're in the beginning of pre-production, which means they are storyboarding X-Men. And the code name is called Mutants right now. Blade is in pre-production, meaning they are writing the story of Blade right now, so it's ahead of that. Fantastic Four is probably on slightly above that, because I think they're starting to try out people for casting for the Fantastic Four. Why are they doing Thor?
Why do they keep on giving Fantastic Four? Like, are people that pressed to have a good Fantastic Four movie? It's like that they keep doing it over and over until they get it right.
It's Marvel's baby.
They don't.
It's the first one.
Stanley is gone. Rest his soul.
It's the first one. It's the first one that pop off. It's the baby. It's the first one that popped off for him. It's the one that made Marvel. They gotta give it. They gotta keep giving it a shot, bro. It's
shout
like
out to Spider-Man.
It's the comic books version of Iron Man for the MCU.
It was the first live action one, wasn't it? And then they got Spider-Man.
It's the first comic book that blew up for Marvel.
Fantastic Four was?
Yeah, it's the blow up. It's the baby. It's the one that blew it up. Like Iron Man blew up the MCU because people like Iron Man gonna be a one-shot movie. We ain't gotta see it no more. It blew up into a whole universe. Fantastic Four is kind of the same because it's an era, and Stan Lee killed it, and Spider-Man and Wolverine kind of blew it up to the next level. It's kind of like Bird and Magic. And then Spider-Man and Wolverine kind of was Michael Jordan. Yo, you saved the league, but Michael Jordan made it what it is.
Yeah, I just want the world to know that I'm done with Fantastic Four.
Yo, if it's done right, you got some fun stuff. You got Franklin Richards. You already got Agatha Harkness in there, so that could be.
But see, that's how dope the Marvel Comics universe is when done by Disney. Like they can take lesser known like villains and heroes. Because who just knew we was gonna do a Scarlet Witch? Like Scarlet Witch was like a side character. She doesn't have major arcs like a Jean Grey. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she kind of had the latest comic book there ever was, even though it took 20 years to get to it. House of M is classic, though.
House of M is
when she said when you realize how strong she is when she said no more mutants. People get confused because if you read every other comic from every other universe, because you know they have different universes going at the same time. Yeah. Every mutant from every universe lost their power. It wasn't just her universe. She said no more mutants. 98% of mutants across every universe lost their power. That's crazy strength. Just imagine you being strong enough to say something. You just say one sentence. It comes true across every universe. That's why she a Nexus being, by the way. Hence that Nexus commercial. That's insane power, bro. Just imagine me saying, "Hey, Joe, every universe, I'm a make you lose your dog, and he gonna run away." That's sad. I'm bad. He came back, so we good.
I ain't gonna do nothing but keep on looking. I'm gonna open my front door every single time in every conceivable universe. And look outside and see if he came back yet, going about my business.
Yeah, you know how crazy it is that every version of you.
That's a crazy power. Now, when you explain it in that way, no matter if I'm the president of the United States in one universe, if I'm homeless in another universe, if I'm the world's strongest man in another universe, if I'm a fish, every morning at 7 a.m., I'm looking outside what I perceive to be a door to see if my dog is there. All of me. That's crazy. Yeah. That's a crazy power. But I gotta give it to you. Shout out to you for bringing up House of M.
Yeah, like that's a crazy.
If y'all have not read House of M,
that's one of my favorite comics ever.
It gets beyond real in that. It's better than Rise of the Phoenix.
It is. It's the best.
The whole Dark Phoenix saga, which is there was one another big X-Men comic graphic novel where they went to like the Norse mythology land, so they went to Asgard.
Yeah,
that was huge. House of M was crazy, and it introduced a lot of people where it was like, bump the mutant stuff. What if y'all lived in old England, or you know what I'm saying?
People don't realize how dark that is too. Like
Yeah.
people don't realize. Like
Yeah.
then Storm start. I can't remember directly, but then Storm start doing drugs because she didn't have power, and like everybody was like Cyclops was like on watch for like they like I can't live without my powers and all that stuff.
Oh man, everybody was going through it, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, everybody was going through it.
She even made her dad Magneto, who is insanely strong, a puppet in the universe. Like, you're gonna be my dad, and the whole House of M is made out of Magneto, and you're gonna rule the mutants because I want you to.
What was the premise of House of M? Is it a WandaVision kind of thing?
It's she had a WandaVision with her and Vision. It kind of kept to the comics, and they still hinting that House of M might happen because she just became the Scarlet Witch. So you might just see, like, she heard Billy at the end game, she might just be like breaking universes open, chasing them, and it's a comic book where Doctor Strange have to stop her. And they got a lot to play with. They can go anywhere, and I love it. They can go Mephisto, because Mephisto took the kid. They can go Cthulhu, because Cthulhu took the kid. The Darkhold, that means you could get Blade. That's where Blade come from, and Ghost Rider. They come from the Darkhold. Because the werewolves, vampires, all that stuff come from the Darkhold, the book she got. Agatha did say, you don't know what you just unleashed. So it's a lot. MCU can go crazy. I'm looking for.
That might be Disney's calling card at that point. Like at that point, they was like when they had Agatha say that.
Yeah.
They was like, hey, we got something going, and we about to get it cracking.
Did you notice something she said? You know something Agatha said when she became the neighbor. She was like, Wanda said, "I'll see you." Agatha said, "Now if I see you first," and wink.
Yes, yeah.
I'm like, okay, Agatha might not be completely gone. And plus, we know she probably got to be Franklin Richards' mentor. So, unless they want to go real dark, they can go real dark with, depending on how dark they want to get with Wanda. So,
I think at this point, they can go wherever they want to go.
They can. They got Cthulhu. They got Mephisto. They got Nightmare.
Because who am I gonna be mad at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they go dark, because everybody's been watching WandaVision anyway, like middle schoolers and some higher elementary kids, they've been watching this stuff. So, hey,
voted most popular show. Voted most popular show on the internet. On TV, it's the most popular show right now.
I'm mad that I slept on it. And I didn't sleep on it. It was just like, I'm a binge watch it. I don't want to make this every Friday thing like Mandalorian. But
Mandalorian is good too. Disney's killing it.
Disney is. I'm sorry.
And they got Star Wars. They got a whole bunch of Star Wars shows coming out too.
Man, well, they got Obi-Wan coming out, right?
They got 13 supposed to come out. Then you got the She-Hulk, Moon Knight. You got this week, you got the behind the scenes, and then you got Falcon and Winter Soldier, which they are saying is gonna look like Hobbs and Shaw every episode.
Wow.
So I'm like,
Disney is crushing it. And you know what DC got coming other than the Snyderverse?
They better keep them animated movies because they killing it with that. But other than that, them animated movies.
They got Static Shock coming.
Real estate. Yo, what's up with black people and electricity?
Black lightning, Static Shock, Black Thunder.
Storm.
Oh yeah. We just good at just being loud.
Yo, I saw somebody actually complain about. They said on the show. By the way, we doing a breakdown, but also we talking about cultural stuff too. Cause keep it 99, man. They said, why do black people always get shown bulletproof? Because here's the stereotypical answer. I'm not finna talk about it. Bro, that's the right to passage to every superhero, my guy. There ain't nothing got race about that. Superman, the first thing he did when he came in comics was took a bullet. off the Man of Steel. The first time we see him, he shoot a bullet and the bullet hit his eyeball. Like, it's kind of
their first feat is always stopping an armed robbery. So what do?
And then they shoot bullets. If you can't stop a bullet, you can't be a superhero. It's literally
Batman's
like what you got.
Beg to differ. Batman's gonna beg to differ.
Batman got a cape that is a bulletproof cape.
That's fair. He does that. He do put that mug around real quick.
Yeah, and Wonder Woman got the little bracelet. Somehow you have to be bulletproof, or you can't be a superhero because a bunch of people with machine guns gonna shoot at you. If you can't stop the random dude with an AK, you can't stop Thanos.
That's fair, because we all can agree that bullets are the number one cause of death in most parts of the world. So
so if you can't stop a bullet, how are you gonna stop Adam Warlock? By the way, Guardians of the Galaxy coming out too. Yo, but MCU got a lot coming.
Thor's gonna be in that one, right? This is gonna detail his adventures with the Guardians of the Galaxy, correct?
Thor before that. The Guardians of the Galaxy gonna be with Thor.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's gonna be Thor with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, I don't think he's gonna be in Guardians of the Galaxy, the third one. I think they're gonna be with him in Thor. He might be because they can do whatever they want because these characters just going wherever they feel like right now. Doctor Strange
Loki is dead, correct?
No, Loki got a show coming out.
I saw that. Yeah. I saw that.
No,
I thought he died.
That universe Loki died. You remember?
What universe are we in?
The main one, the main continuity universe. I don't know which one they called it. I think they called it one in Spider-Man. I don't know which one they called it, but I don't remember. But you remember when Captain America went back in time to get the Tesseract?
Correct.
The thing fell. Loki picked it up and teleported. That Loki is alive. Thor, the one in ours, got choked out by Thanos. So that Loki is gonna be moving around and with the TVA, which is gonna be lit. TVA, if y'all don't know what that is just be ready for it. My man from Lovecraft Country gonna be in Ant-Man 2, Kang the Conqueror. Bro, it's a lot going. Marvel got a lot.
Are we not calling so Ant-Man and the Wasp is not counted as Ant-Man 2?
Bro, I don't even know. Bro, that's the only Marvel movie I ain't seen, bro.
Stuff, man.
Bro, they got so much. You finna get more love when next year they start putting 2 out in a week. Cause they can. Disney got so much money and time, and if Disney Plus keep blowing up, they can be like, we gotta keep them here.
I will say this, shout out to Disney Plus, but Disney Plus does lack the continue on to the next episode feature. You have to literally click on to the next episode if you want to watch it. I'm not a fan of it.
By the way, did y'all notice it's always Age of Ultron? They always send you to Age of Ultron every episode. After one to be Age of Ultron every time. I'm like, bro, can I not get the next episode? No, Age of Ultron.
I don't like. How do they not understand? I mean, I get it. If there's a whole bunch of movies on there, I get that's what made Disney. But come on, man. I'm watching this. I'm clearly watching a series, which is why I wanted to get Disney Plus in the first place, so it could continue to just keep going.
Yeah.
But instead, I could have did this on my Fire Stick on my Kodi. But I'm glad I'm supporting them. I'm still stealing it, but I'm supporting them.
Yo, can we talk about something? Episode 1 through 7. I saw somebody say that it was a sitcom series, right? Episode 8 was a past series. Episode 9 turned to Dragon Ball Z, my guy. Like, tell me, episode 9 was not the most Dragon Ball Z thing you ever seen.
It got real, and I was actually excited that Disney spent money on it. They actually spent money to make this. Like, you don't do that in a regular sitcom or a regular 38-minute. What's the runtime on it? About 30 minutes?
Usually,
and then you just got super long credits at the end. It's like
7-minute credits used to make me. I got so mad at them 7-minute credits. I'm like, is there going to be a mid-credit scene? And to week 8, there was never a mid-credit scene.
And then it gets like. The music stops, and then they show you all the voice actors from every nation of all time. But what I'm saying is this: for 30-minute episodes, they put some good effects into it. At the end, of course, I think they was budgeting at the beginning. I think they used green screen
they could
when they were in the black and white stuff.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
They could budget because it's old school style. So, did you? Man, I promise y'all, Wanda hit her with a Kamehameha. I promise y'all, when she hit, and then she said, "That was a Kamehameha way." I'm not crazy. Dragon Ball Z, step your live action game up. Marvel Disney said we can do Dragon Ball Z. She's throwing key blasts at her.
What are your thoughts on Vision and Vision?
Yo, that was my favorite fight, maybe almost in one of my top 5 in MCU history. It was like perfect choreography. It was like Vision hit Vision, teleport through his arm. He phases out, grab his arm like this. I'm like, this is perfect Taekwondo fighting in the air. And then they had the nice logic battle where they put mindset. Like, have you ever heard of the thesis?
Yeah.
And then he said,
I think that was my favorite part of the fight.
Then he said,
them talking was my favorite part of the fight.
Then he said, can you elaborate? I don't want to say the wrong name of the thesis because I'm tired and I just had it in my mind, but I can't think of it, but I ain't gonna say, but y'all know what I'm talking about. He said, if you take a piece of the art in a museum and replace it with a new piece, and when every piece is gone, is it the same ship or is it a completely different ship? And I said, oh, snap. Yo, Vision had some lines in this, bro. Paul Bettany made me a big fan. His troll made me a fan. You heard his troll? I know Joe ain't early on. It wasn't. Paul Bettany said, it's an actor I always wanted to act with. And we have explosive scenes and a great fight at the end. We found out it was himself because he never acted with himself. And people are like, is it Magneto? Is it Doctor Strange? You're like, it's me. And I love the troll, by the way. That was an amazing troll. I didn't like the Evan Peters troll as much. It kind of made Ralph Boner.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is clearly Quicksilver from the Fox universe, and you troll him as Quicksilver here.
That was insane.
And then we found out his name is Ralph Boner, which we find out is from what's that sitcom called? The guy, the Boner. It was a character from that old sitcom. I can't think of his name. His name was the Boner though. I used to watch it, but I ain't watched it in so long. I don't remember the episode of it, but I do remember his name was Boner.
When I first saw him, I was like, hey, he looks really familiar.
He the X-Men Quicksilver.
But that ain't the mark. And then I said, where do I know him from? Like, I really was like trying to like think about it. Because I hadn't watched that Quicksilver X-Men in like years.
Yeah. Hey,
they really brought him in there. And that's like,
hey, you know,
that doesn't get enough credit.
You notice something he said in that movie, in the show? He said, kick ass.
Yeah.
You know, him and the original Quicksilver from the DC Quicksilver and the Marvel Quicksilver, the one that died, they got shot. They both were the main characters in Kick-Ass together. So both Quicksilvers in the movie, and he said, Kick-Ass. The same thing.
Do y'all see this? Do y'all see how deep Marvel Comics universe runs? They are fourth wall breaking all day long. They break the wall every time.
Yep, and in that room, it was some of the same stuff in this room from the DC, what's the name movie? By the way, only reason I know this because I watch like every WandaVision person. They're like, the stuff in his room is literally from the same room he was in the DC in the first movie. They had like they had a scene where I'm like, y'all really put detail in this show that you didn't have to put in. But that what makes it fun to theorize too. I'm also hearing the first Captain America is supposed to be in the Winter Soldier.
Are you talking TV from back in the day? Captain America?
No, I'm talking about they got one that was supposed to be before him and he was black, but they said a black man couldn't be Captain America in the 40s.
So you sure couldn't.
So
because you can't be Captain America right now.
So they did.
I can't wait till they try and pull this off.
So basically what they said was he saved a bunch of people on a boat in like World War One or something. You know, Captain America in World War Two, I think. And he blew up, and they said, "Oh, he died a hero, so a black man can't." So, but we didn't ever see his face because they didn't really have like pictures and stuff like that. But they like, he died, and now we got a new Captain America, and that's supposed to be like a retcon to the comics, and he is supposed to be in this show. I'm not sure if it is, because you know how rumors get. Even though I'm hearing a lot of that, but I know Miss America gonna be in Doctor Strange too, because they already got a cast for her. So that's how we know that's gonna be in her. So, but a lot of this stuff just rumors, but that'll be a cool thing to showcase, and I'm looking forward to all the stuff DC do. The show wasn't perfect. I don't think it was perfect. I think the first episode you could have made into one episode, kind of. You know, I get it that you want to do one each decade. I think the first two dragged on a little long. I stuck with it because I liked them old shows. So, but it was interesting because it's like little Easter eggs you look for, because they had a lot of them in it.
I think that was the biggest part of it too. Was that like the only reason I sat through those few episodes was because, like, hey, WandaVision is good. You know, after 8 or 9 episodes down the way, I started after y'all 8 or 9 episodes up. I'm here to finish it right before the season finale. So it's got so much fanfare that I'm gonna sit through it. Yeah. And then we sat through that whole first episode just to see some like weird, like, hey, Vision, save him. And I was like, oh,
stop it. That stop it thing is done a lot. It's a reference to an old show too, which they do a lot of that stuff in here. Also, the little commercial about take your power, hence it Agatha later on. The Nexus being pointed at Wanda being a Nexus being the same in every universe. So when she does something, every one of them does something. It gave a background. We saw how powerful Wanda really is. That if she knew how to use her power, she could have owned Thanos. Like, people don't realize Agatha and Thanos were using illusions. Wanda created real things. She created a real vision. It couldn't live outside of her bubble, but Hayward was actually tracking. By the way, let's think about this. Hayward wasn't even that bad of a dude, bro. Until the end, they had to make him like shoot a kid. But his whole goal was, yo, this woman is taking control of these people. We got to stop her. And we all hated the dude throughout the whole episode because he lied. He a liar.
What? All he wanted was he wanted to get, okay, the end goal was to get Vision back.
Well, he had Vision. He already had Vision. So we found out that wasn't his end
goal. But I'm saying a functional Vision that works.
Yeah, so he wanted the power to activate the new Vision, which, by the way, was probably illegal and probably why he got arrested, because you ain't supposed to hold government secrets and lie and manipulate like footage of stuff.
Man, it was to the right side of his office. It wasn't a secret. Anybody could just
I'm pretty sure he didn't. Like, I'm pretty sure he didn't let the FBI. And you know, if you remember Civil War, they got a contract. You can't just do random stuff like that. So if you hiding a nuclear weapon thing and the FBI find out and the government find out that you hiding a Vision, I don't think that would go over well. So I assume that's why he really got arrested, because Wu said, I'm going to call these people because you're doing this illegal thing over here. Other than that, he didn't do nothing illegal. He shot at imaginary kids. And other than that, he shot it and he tried it, and he basically like, we got to take out Wanda and get these people out of here. So he's a jerk.
He wasn't as bad as Officer Wu made him feel. Okay? They try to portray him as a bad...
better than Wanda? In terms of Wanda literally the woman told her, free me or kill me. That's how bad it was.
The worst part is that this is a big part.
That's an effective line.
This was a big part of the show too. Chef, they was like, hey, we see her dreams too. It's one thing to be controlled by her, but We just regular people. We just be chilling. Like my bad day is I couldn't pay my electric bill or something.
She has bombs dropping on her mom, dog.
My kid fell on their way from school today. That bothered me. And then you take control of me in my regular life and make me have your dreams from, you came from Scovia.
Where people were shooting outside all day because we saw that
all
in the show.
All day long. You was watching DVDs. And they just murked your parents.
To drop the bomb.
We don't do that over here in Westview.
And then we gotta watch your brother get shot saving a little kid. We have to watch you take Vision out. Then Thanos bring him back to life. Yo, that was cold. She was like, God. I saved you, Vision. I did what you wanted. And Thanos like, Time Stone? No, I did it. Yo, let's talk about how strong Wanda is. She actually destroyed the Time Stone. The first time. We don't really recognize it, but in the Infinity War,
because they haven't even got into celestial beings like that. The way they like, what we get the best. What we got a little bit of Galacticus.
We ain't got Galactus. We got those. We got the Celestials from.
We do have
from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
From the Guardians of the Galaxy, from Thanos. When they came into Thanos' world and just took out everybody because I don't forget what, but we saw them blowing stuff up, and then we did see them in the Guardians of the Galaxy with Ego the planet, which is Star-Lord's father, which is they just gave Star-Lord a reason to be powerful. I'm like Star-Lord don't really got power. He sleep with a lot of women. Him and Iron Man.
He does have that. That's a good power to have. Yeah. It's not terrible power.
And other than that, he just abandoned in space with a strong team.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but in MCU, he got powers like some superpower because his dad is a celestial, basically, a whole planet, which is
like that's a whole different bag of worms to get into, like the Celestials and who they really are, and like
we will see them soon though. We'll see them in November. They gonna
shout out to Marvel Comics Universe, man.
Eternals is coming out in November. Eternals are the people that made the X-Men. So I don't know why people expected X-Men to come out in this. I'm expecting X-Men to come out in Eternals because Eternals are the ones that made X-Men in the comic books. They wanted to experiment with humans, so they gave some of them a gene to grow powerful over time, and that became the mutant gene later on. So hopefully,
starting with Apocalypse, right?
Yeah, they gave him the gene. So
and said, "Go do stuff," and he got the most powerful gene.
Yeah. So, well, technically, Jean Grey, Jean Grey, but that's technically not a gene. She got a Phoenix Force.
Dark Phoenix is a Celestial.
Yeah. So Dark Phoenix doesn't count because Dark Phoenix came and took Jean Grey, which would own Apocalypse. By the way, Fox, y'all went too fast on stuff, bro.
God. Yeah, they screwed that whole thing up, man.
If you do Apocalypse, you have to do it with the 4 Horsemen coming for a whole movie.
Shout out to the 4 Horsemen.
Yeah.
God, Marvel Comics is so great.
Yeah, you got to come out with the 4 Horsemen. It's like 40 of them. You can even pick the one when they make Wolverine one. You can do all kind of stuff with that. And you can choose and pick, and you can play with it. They should be the villain of one of the movies, and then Apocalypse got to come later in another movie, the way you did Thanos. You know, they did put Thanos boys in there really quick for Infinity War, and they got rid of them.
Yeah, but they want to focus on the daughters.
Yeah, but I wasn't.
And then they only focused on one.
I wasn't mad at that because they were fighting the entire Avengers. So if they lost in a thing fighting the entire Avengers, it kind of made sense. But then Thanos won, so it didn't hurt it bad. And then you had a whole nother movie about it. So
let's take and let me take this point. I'm sorry, I'm just coming up with all type of stuff. I feel like I'm writing for the Marvel Comics universe, but let's think about this.
That what makes this fun, though. That what made WandaVision fun. People theorize.
You got this, like the Celestials or some kind of being is what made mutants mutants. And think about Tony Stark as a human, standing up with them and being the leader at that. That's something to be said in itself, how dope Tony Stark is. And that says even more about Spider-Man. And like they explain why these regular humans can rock with all these people that got powers.
Yeah, and Iron Man very smart and creative. So
shout out to his dad. There was a lot of Dr. Tony Stark's dad. There was a lot of references to Stark Industries in WandaVision, wasn't it?
Yeah, because that's, if you remember Age of Ultron, which they keep trying to get you to watch, Stark, you see saw Stark blow up the thing. Stark, this little thing was representing that the little toaster or whatever was representing the Stark thing that didn't go off. And you notice the toaster never went off, so a little bit of Easter eggs like that. And that's why Wanda wanted to get rid of Tony Stark in Age of Ultron, blah, blah, blah. She went to Hydra to get rid of Tony Stark, so.
They got the most hated family of all time.
Yo, they did all this. Baron Zemo coming back.
Yeah.
He coming back in the next one, Falcon and Winter Soldier. And he's gonna have he gonna finally put the ski mask on. The purple ski mask. Spider-Man's supposed to get all of Tobey Maguire and all of them in the multiverse and fight. That's what we're hearing. So, yo,
I'm gonna stick with allegedly, like hardcore allegedly.
Cause y'all told me a lot of stuff, but it could happen. I wouldn't doubt it, cause if it's gonna lead in the multiverse of madness and go crazy, and Wanda gonna rip open the universe, I don't see why not. It'll be something fun to do. WandaVision already set up the structure, so you can just go crazy at this point. That's why I was thinking about it. WandaVision, people like, it was a simple story that set up everything. And I'm like, that's all it had to be. I know people were mad you didn't get all these reveals and all that, but it literally made the next two movies that's supposed to be in this continuity where you can just do whatever you want. Because you don't have to explain nothing no more.
Because let's talk about it. Like, let's think about Spider-Man and where it's going. Okay, he got his powers. He did some stuff with the Avengers. He stopped the Mysterio.
Shout out to
So it's like, where do you go next? And then this is where we're going. We're going multiverse. We're Spider-Man. You're gonna have to use your
I think they're
power.
gonna do it. I think they got it. They gonna do it. I don't even think it's allegedly. They already confirmed. Jamie Foxx has snitched on himself, saying he coming back. He's shooting as Shocker, the person he's in another universe. So he kind of snitched.
That's another universe.
Yeah. So he snitched basically. Jamie Foxx let the dog out of the bag. So why wouldn't they? If he gonna be Shocker, unless they gonna do the same, they can't do it again. They can't make him what they gonna call him? Shock Boner? They can't do it again, bro.
Because that's still owned by Fox, right?
What? They owned by Sony.
Is that Fox? That's not because that one was with Garfield, right?
Yes.
That was that Spider-Man.
Yeah, Sony. But you know they got a deal.
Yeah, Sony.
They got a deal. People saying that they might let Tom Holland Spider-Man go and let like Garfield go to Miles Morales for Sonic. That's a theory. I don't know if it's true. I don't have no clue about that. But it's an interesting theory. If they want to go Miles Morales and let Tom Holland stay with what's his name so they can finally get their movies back.
That's right, because Disney had to borrow Spider-Man.
Yeah, so if they just like, hey, we're going to make a deal with you. Y'all keep Tom Holland. We keep all the Spider-Man villains. Because Tom Holland contract ends with Sony after the Spider-Man movie.
Is Sony doing this? Are they responsible for all the home whatevers? Did they write those? Or did Disney do it?
Disney.
Oh, yeah. I can't. Look, they barely did Venom. So I don't want to give nothing to Sony at this point. I know they did the first 3 Spider-Man.
Well, no, I take it back. Sony did do it, but with the Russos and all them, like, you gonna hire Tom Holland. And Sony like, we not. They're like, no, you are. So so Sony didn't want Tom Holland anyway. So I could see them actually giving Tom Holland to them and just going with their own universe. Cause basically, what I'm thinking it could be true. By the way, this is all legit. Y'all can theorize in the comments with me. I'm thinking this is true because why would Spider-Man need the multiverse to open up when Doctor Strange gonna do it? a way to me so Sony can get out of. Because people, if you take Tom Holland out of the MCU, people gonna go crazy.
It's not gonna make sense.
Yeah, people gonna go crazy. So if I introduce Andrew Garfield back, I can introduce Miles Morales, and they set up that this is a different universe, and it's clear in the MCU this is another universe. We can go back and do our own thing with Venom in our universe. By the way, the guy came on the end of Far From Home is from that universe. By the way, the Jameson that came on the TV at the end of Far From Home and exposed who Spider-Man was. He is Peter Parker. That's the same dude from that. That's the same dude from Andrew Garfield. Was it Andrew Garfield or was it Tobey Maguire's? I think it was Andrew Garfield.
I feel like it was Tobey Maguire.
It might have been that dude. He's basically a character from another universe, so they can open it up and then play with it and do what they want. And then, like I said, Tom Holland is. I think this is his last scheduled signed film with Sony, so they can basically like, hey, y'all have Tom Holland Spider-Man, and we take everything else and have our own Spider-Man, our own universe. Blah blah blah, and they might give them and Marvel might just give them some of the toy deals and all that stuff because Sony doesn't own the rights to the toys and stuff because Marvel still owns Spider-Man. That's why even in the Sony movie you still see Marvel's name because that's still their property. They just don't own the film rights. So Marvel might be like, yo, on your version, you can get your toys off and all that, and maybe we'll take Tom Holland so we can actually have a Spider-Man, and he just fight Avenger level stuff with none of your villains and stuff. So they can do a lot with it. That just be a legend though, but it makes sense though.
We don't know where Spider-Man is going after his identity was revealed. So where are we going with this? And then, not to mention, there's still post-Thanos stuff going on. Wanda is running around right now in New Jersey.
I don't know where she is. I think she had Wanda go
She's
mountain.
in New Jersey. That town is in New Jersey.
I'm talking about.
That's not far from Spider-Man.
This happened before that though. This is before Far From Home.
Where's Wanda in the continuity?
This is a
it's
month.
After the snap.
This is a like 2 weeks to 3 months after the snap. Far From Home is like 6 months after. Well, 3 to 6 months somewhere around there after the snap. So this happened before that, which is why when what's the name say it's witches, it's funny. Now when you think about it, I'm telling you, it's witches. Now that we got Agatha Harkness and all them.
It's too much going on. And I thought this stuff on the CW was getting a little crazy because DC was doing a pretty good job with that CW universe they had going on with Smallville and
can I tell the truth about that? Outside of Arrow and Flash, I didn't like none of the rest of the stuff.
But they tried to like draw it in.
And actually, after the first few seasons of Flash, I got annoyed. I'm like, y'all doing way too much. I'm like, how many?
They jumped into the multiverse, and then Superman and Lois. That's a multiverse.
Then they did bring up multiverse. They had like 5. They had 5 or 6. By the way, I like the fact that in that Arrow episode, in the multiverse episode, I like the fact they had Constantine with Lucifer in there. People keep forgetting Lucifer is DC. That Lucifer is DC. The one on Netflix now, that's DC.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He the second most powerful person in that whole universe.
And that's Supergirl started off like that. With it's a multiverse of Clark and Lois living on a random version of Krypton.
Yeah. And Supergirl Flash ran into another
everybody
universe.
Jumped into the whole multiverse thing like all at once.
It's easier to explain older crap. Wait, like didn't they bring Smallville Superman back and he's from a way back and he ain't even nowhere near part of that universe?
I thought Smallville Clark Kent had nothing to do with it was just his own.
They did, and they brought him back for that Super episode, didn't
they? For Supergirl?
Yeah, for that when they had Anti-Monitor.
Yeah.
Didn't they bring him back for that?
I believe so.
Yeah, so it's easy to explain other crap when you got the multiverse and you don't want to deal with it. You're like, hey, why are there different Batmans? We got a multiverse. Where did this Batman fit with this multiverse? You know what I mean?
There can only be two Batmans, though.
And then
there can only be the Batman that we know and love that's in Gotham doing his thing, millionaire playboy. And then there's the multiverse where it's not Bruce Wayne, it's his dad. And those are only two Batmans that are canonical.
You got Owlman.
No.
Owlman.
They don't count. They're not canonical, man. Not my multiverse.
They got the Batman who laughs. You can't deny him. Yo, they OP that dude, bro. Didn't he become like part of the Watchmen? Like Dr. Manhattan?
And see, that's a whole. They're not even supposed to be in the DC universe, but they found it. Spawn out of Image Comics. He finds his way into the DC. Hey, all right, now I'm mad. There's too much lazy writing, and all you do is blame it on the multiverse. I'm done with it. I'm sick of the crossover. Now I'm mad. I'm done with the crossovers. I'm done with all that. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, multiverses get kind of hard. Even
you have to keep up with that stuff, man.
Marvel got tired of it and basically created Secret War 2, where Franklin Richards and them just destroyed every multiverse and made one. So they like, we're gonna start over. And plus and plus it's more effective. You let somebody go away and then people get mad that they passed away, and then you can bring them back in another universe to make them happy. That's usually what it probably is too. That's what it is in
That's the most anime thing I've ever seen.
Yo, man,
that's straight anime.
Yo, we just saw a Dragon Ball Z fight, my guy, on WandaVision. What you mean? Yo, if they put that much work, by the way, each of these shows is supposed to be like 6 hours or almost 6 hours. WandaVision
in a sense like a movie.
Yeah, so WandaVision was like 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 40, 30, something like that. Equal like it. I think somebody did a timer. It was like 5 hours or something. 5 hours and 40 minutes or something. Now, Falcon and Winter Soldier is supposed to be 6 episodes, but they all supposed to be like an hour. So they doing it a little different. The way they stage it. And I don't know how many Loki's supposed to be yet. I know we got She-Hulk coming. We got Moon Knight. I'm excited about Moon Knight. I don't think he get enough credit. Moon Knight, Batman of the MCU that didn't quite take off. But Moon Knight is lit. We got the Eternals in November. We got Black Widow coming out in May. We got Shang-Chi coming out in July. We got Spiderman on Christmas. We got that the March Avengers spot coming out for Doctor Strange. And then we start getting into Ant-Man, Blade, Fantastic Four, that group of movies. I think that's supposed to go along with Ant-Man and Thor and... Well, Thor is this generation. The Thor is after Doctor Strange 2. And then they go into all those different movies, but they got a lot. Then they got like, I think they got She-Hulk. They got Armor Wars. People that don't know what Armor Wars is, I think they're gonna have like a baby Iron Man come back. Warhammer's supposed to be in they got Secret Invasion.
Something to do with Ultron definitely gotta be in there.
They got Secret Invasion. I think Vision might be in Armor Wars too. He makes sense.
They said we are trying to set up, aren't they trying to set up for Secret Wars is the next thing they're trying to do?
Secret Invasion, which I think Monica Rambeau would be a big part of. She-Hulk is supposed to be a comedy.
Because we're getting symbiote talks lately. We're talking symbiotes about to make their appearance into the Marvel Comics universe.
Man, it's a lot going on.
Carnage? I mean, but like Carnage is already about to do a thing with Venom.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be on Sony's side. I don't think they're going to the MCU. I think the only person you gonna get from the MCU is Spider-Man, and I think you gonna get maybe the Sinister Six in the next movie, and that's gonna be about it. I think, like I said, I think Tom Holland just gonna do. I don't remember. I think he might. I know he don't usually do stuff.
Him, Rhino, Scorpion.
They switched a lot, so it could
or
be.
The Lizard. No,
Baron Zemo might get his team. We might get Illuminati, which would be cool. They can bring Chris Evans and them back. You know what if Chris Evans came back in Doctor Strange Multiverse as Human Torch? That would be hilarious. Captain, is that you, Cap? I'm the Human Torch.
That'll be funny. That would be funny. That would be funny for sure.
I'm the Human Torch. No, you're Captain America. Hey, in another universe, Chris Evans is the Human Torch. And then Quicksilver is Ralph Boner. He had super speed in both. Thanks to
Disney's Quicksilver starring
yeah,
Ralph
Miss
Boner.
Marvel. Miss Marvel is coming out. Yo, it's a lot. Disney about to...
Hollywood is jumping. Hollywood is jumping right now.
I don't even know if it's Hollywood. It's just Disney.
They came a long way from this mouse just riding around on a steamboat.
Tom and Jerry doing good for HBO. HBO Max killing it too. Judas.
They getting everything. They getting everything first. Because I still haven't been to the movies yet. Have you been to the theater yet?
Most stuff I just watch. I can watch from my TV. I got a new TV, 4K HDR. I'm watching all the HBO Max.
Where your nearest movie theater at?
Probably 30 miles.
For our fans that don't know, Zelmay is in the middle of the woods.
I'm in the woods, my guy. Unless I'm on the coast, I'm in the woods. So we gotta get, bro. It ain't no movies. It used to hurt, but movies ain't coming out. So
the bar is closed at my theater, so I can't go yet till they open it back up. COVID still done shut the bar down, so until I get my shot, I can't go.
But HBO Max got Tom and Jerry came out. I heard it did real well. They got Judas and the Black Messiah.
Supporting that.
Judas and the Black Messiah. I gotta watch that. I just watched Coming to America. I was hoping Joe could get to it, but we'll talk about that next week. Hopefully
I'll get to it.
Coming to America. I'm gonna bring my thoughts on that next week with Joe. So if y'all want to hear about that, I'm gonna let y'all know about it. They got the Snyder Cut coming.
They got the runtime at 4 hours. They'll make. Can you do it? I'm doing it. Olympus Mons said he's not doing it. I'm doing it.
Shout out to my guy. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If it was Disney, I would already know I would do it. Cause Avengers was long and I didn't even notice. But them movies from DC, that Wonder Woman was long.
It's just gonna be depressing for like.
I was watching Wonder Woman on Christmas. I was watching Wonder Woman on Christmas. I end up looking at the clock a lot. I'm like, how long this movie got, dog? And that's not a good sign. Endgame could be 3 hours. I didn't even notice it. When I'm looking at the clock, though, I'm like, Snyder, you gotta kill it. I know you're going all out because they said it ain't part of the universe, so you can do whatever you want. But you gotta kill it because
I think that
I thought the Joker DC struggle. They killed Joker.
We got Dark Side, a real Dark Side coming. That's gonna be big.
Joker in it.
You got to bring Joker's in it, and if he has 30 minutes of time in that movie, I'm okay with that. But you better kill it as Joker. You got to kill it as Joker.
Before we get off, man,
Darkseid being in there, I'm big on Darkseid being in there and challenge somebody in that movie actually challenging Superman.
Yo, Superman came in Steppenwolf and woke up and like, I ain't gonna do it. Superman, I need you. I ain't gonna do it. Superman, I need you. I ain't gonna do it. That man flew in there on everybody.
That's what I was saying in the last video is that, man, with Superman being a god among men on Earth, there's so much you can do with that concept. Stop making him just, all right, cool. You fought some people that got the same powers as you. Okay, we get it. There's much more to get into with Superman as he morally struggles to figure. You got to ruin his life. Like, you're a god, but you can't do everything. That's what you got to do with Superman.
That's always been a problem with Superman character, though. He always been like too OP. He always been.
I don't know how his comic book run ran as long as it did because he was stopping bank robbers. Well, you faster than the speed of light. You jumping over tall buildings in a single bound. Punching people in one shot.
Dude got everybody powers, bro.
Yeah.
He's fat. He almost fast as the Flash. He got ice breath. He shoots lasers out his eyes. He can fly. He can breathe in space. He's the strongest person in the universe. They
wrote his character to where he is in conversations with Goku. That's how they wrote his powers.
Shout out.
He's in the conversation.
Shout out to the new person in that conversation. Gojo, y'all can fight me. Gojo is in that conversation. Cause how Goku gonna punch him if he can't touch him? That's an impossible power. By the way, watch Jujutsu Kaisen. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm on it this week, man. His grandpa died, and then I just went back to work every single time.
But it's a reason.
I'm gonna knock it out this week.
It's a reason it's on Twitter all the time and it's trending because animation amazing. At points it gets kind of Naruto-ish. So I see why people might get mad. The choreography is very Naruto-ish. So if you're used to Naruto, it's better animated because Mappa kill it. Because Naruto, even though Naruto animation was great for the time, Naruto is from a long time ago. It's just like an updated
2003, 2002.
Yeah. So this is just an updated animation scheme for the same thing, which looks amazing. It's kind of similar to Naruto, so you might get bored with. I can see but it's a good show. And then they get into an arc where it gets real and it gets away from the Naruto stuff, and it becomes its own thing. But we ain't there yet. That'll be season 2 after the Shibuya arc and all that. So it gets into its own story. The manga is amazing. I read it. It's one of the things I read every week. Just like Black Clover took a while to get on its own self, but Jujutsu Kaisen had they had a cool character like Gojo to carry, and they had great character designs and great fights, so it could carry it, unlike Black Clover did early. And people got all Black Clover, but now Black Clover is amazing if you read it or look at it. But a lot of people jumped off the bandwagon early because the rough start, but not the rough start, the rough after the first 10 episodes. You had this patch, but Black Clover really good too, but I get it. Ain't that many stuff I can say I have no complaints about. Even WandaVision, like I said, some of the stuff. I wish Monica, like in the last episode, I wish Monica be like, yo, I got these powers. What in the world was that? She just act like it was just chill. Like a bullet just flew through me and I never did this before. And I was just the chillest person ever. I'm like,
let's not forget she got thrown through a whole city and out of a force field, and just rolled on the grass and got back up and explained what just happened to her.
Yeah, and I'm like
nothing happened.
I'm like, yeah, you could have. I get it's the origin story, but I'm like, by the way, shout out to Miss Paris. She my crush. I was like, oh, you coming up in my crush ratio. Kat Demmons always my crush. What's up? But nah.
Hey, they let the thick girls be thick in this movie. Did you notice that? Yeah. I mean, in this show, you know the girl, the nerd girl that was helping out. I think she was helping out.
Kat Demmons, Darcy. I know what you
doing. Hey, she was in there thick, cuz.
She was on that. She was in that show with when she was the maid, not the maid, worker. Two broke girls.
Oh yeah, that's right. And she was from Ant-Man, right?
She was from Thor.
Oh, she's from Thor. That's right.
Yeah, but she was on Two Broke Girls. Blah blah blah. Shout out that we getting black girl woman Monica Rambeau. She a queen. Tiffany.
She was in there sitting thick too.
Tiffany Paris, that's my crush now. Justine Sky, you got competition. Might send a snowflake. But yeah, man, it was. I can't wait to see her in Secret Invasion. For the people that complaining, I'm pretty sure she's gonna be the star of Secret Invasion again. I'm gonna say it again. But yeah, I'm excited for that universe, man. This is our first one. This is also going on Spotify. So anybody on Spotify, I appreciate y'all. Hit that follow button. I normally should say like and subscribe more, but I'm rusty. Forget. We're gonna get back to it though. And for the people on YouTube, we about to dip. If you want to listen to the 15 minutes after, we might put this on afterwards on another day. So I might put this on Thursday. What we about to talk about, we about to get into, if you might want to cut it off because you don't care, you want to talk about WandaVision, that's cool. But hit that follow button. But we about to right now on the Spotify, the podcast site, we about to talk about other things. We gonna go like 15, 20 minutes talking about that. That will be on YouTube later on. So be on the lookout for that if you're interested in that. So stay subscribed to the channel, you know what I mean? We're gonna get more content.
Yeah.
So peace to y'all on YouTube. We love y'all. Joe, anything to tell the YouTube people before we go to Spotify and Apple Music?
Yo, this is an incredible ride. I'm glad that I'm in this point of time with y'all. And more than anything, when they write our chapter in the new Bible, it's gonna be lit.
It is, bro. We done been through pandemics.
Man, y'all was with us a whole year. You know it, March 24th, 23rd, something like that. It's coming up. And you know what? That'd be 1 year of us doing it like this, man.
Yeah.
Remote stuff and you know, getting to figure out who you are. I mean, if y'all was with us last March and you know, when we got together in June and whatnot, man, thanks for hanging around with us, man, because we ain't done yet, because we ain't do nothing but get better. Do you hear me?
Yeah, man, we didn't came along. By the way, can we talk about how 2021 started off crazier than 2020? I just seen, bruh, Tiger Woods fell off a thing. I was like, oh no. We had a Capitol riot. We had a snowstorm that ended, that took the South by storm. COVID's still here. Like, bro, it's just March.
It feels, if it means anything, it feels better. It feels better.
Maybe because you ain't got a man going out there screaming at you something crazy and making you feel bad. And we canceling everything on Earth, which we're going to talk about on Spotify. So be there. All right, we about to go YouTube. Love you. We had 1 minute and 11 seconds. We love y'all. Peace.
Fly right past you, been running it up since last year. I've been on my popping me the brand new band, yeah. No drip, just my text, yeah. Them kids sit back, my tab.